Dear students, welcome back. We have started first chapter in mathematics part 1, linear equations in two variables, and in the first lecture we have seen practice set 1.1. We solved first question and I have given you homework 5 questions in the question number 2 now, and even I have solved one question of main question 2. Remaining two sums, 7th and 8th sum, I told you to solve. I hope you will have solved. However, just check. This is sum number 7. Observe the equations carefully, simultaneous linear equations carefully. 99x plus 101y is equal to 499. First equation. Second equation, 101x plus 99y is equal to 501. What do you see? The x and y coefficients 99 and 101 are interchanged. These are special types of linear equations in two variables, and you have studied in 9th standard how to solve. If you do not remember, let's start. First of all, we number the equations using Roman numerals. So in the solution, what you will write? Let 99x plus 101y is equal to 499 be equation first, and 101x plus 99y is equal to 501 be equation second. Use Roman numerals here. Now you know what we have to do. Adding equations 1 and 2. Adding equations 1 first and second, we get, this is a particular way in which we have to do these sums. When we add these equations, 99x plus 101y is equal to 499, the first one, 101x plus 99y equal to 501, the second one. When we add them, 101 plus 99 makes 200x plus, both are positive, 200y, and when we add 500 plus 400, 900, and one more 100, that is 1000. On adding these two equations we get, and you can see now coefficient of x, that of y, and this number all are divisible by big table 200. So what we have to write? Dividing throughout by by 200 means we have to divide each term by 200. We get, what do we get? We get reduced form of the equation, x plus y is equal to 5. If you divide this term by 200, 200 gets cancelled and x is left. Here also 200 divides the term, 200 gets cancelled, y remains. 1000 divided by 200, 200 5 is 1000. So this is the new equation, reduced form of the equation, which we will number as equation 3 or third, equation third. Just like by adding equation first and second, we get this reduced form. Similarly, by subtracting the two equations, equation 1 and 2, we will get the new equation. So we will subtract the equation. So what we write? Subtracting equation second from equation first. Okay, I am writing that. So here we go. This is the first equation. This is the second equation. We are subtracting second equation from first. Okay, we are subtracting. Now on subtraction, we know what to do. We change the sign of each term of equation second. This is positive 101x, so this will be subtracted from this term. 99y is positive, so it will be subtracted from 101y, and even 501 will be subtracted from 499. What is 99x minus 101x? From small number we subtract big number, so definitely we get negative 2x. From big number 101y positive, we subtract 99, so we get positive 2y is equal to, from small number we subtract this big number, 499 minus 501, difference is negative 2. Again you see that coefficient of x, coefficient of y, and this number each is divisible by 2. just we reduce the form of the equation. So what we write? Dividing each term, dividing throughout or each term throughout by 2, we get, so we get the reduced form of the equation. I'll write here. Okay, if you divide minus 2x by 2, I'll get minus x. Plus 2y divided by 2, I will get plus y. Equal to minus 2 upon 2, I will get minus 1. So this is a new equation and is equation number 4th. Now we are just supposed to solve equation 3rd and equation 4th, the reduced form of the equation. Observe them carefully. X plus y is 5, minus x plus y is minus 1. So we know that on adding the two equations, this first term minus x and plus x will get cancelled because sum of opposite number is 0. So it will get cancelled. So immediately we get idea and accordingly we'll write. What we'll write? Now adding equations 3rd and 4th, we get. So please try to write everything I am writing. Third equation is this: x plus y is equal to 5. This is third one. Fourth below that, minus x plus y is equal to minus 1. Because we are adding these two equations, okay, this positive x and negative x on adding will get cancelled. So we don't write anything here. But positive 1y will give you positive 2y plus 2y or 2y. And 5 plus minus 1 is 4. So we get y equal to 4 upon 2. And therefore y is equal to 2. This is our one variable, y equal to 2. To get another variable, value of another variable x, we put this value y in any of the equations 3rd or 4th. So we write substituting y equal to 2 in equation 3rd, we get, in third equation we are substituting y equal to 2. Third equation is this. So x plus y is 2 is equal to 5. This is the third equation. Y is 2. So I kept 2 here. So value of x I'll get 5 minus 2. 2 carried to that side. So x is equal to 3. This is the value of the another variable x. So finally what we write? Therefore x equal to 3 and y is equal to 2 is the solution of given simultaneous linear equations, and we put a box around the answer. This is our answer. Okay, so this is a special type of linear equations in two variables where we see that coefficients of the two variables x and y or any two variables used in the equations are interchanged. In this special type of equations, the method to be remembered is first add the two given equations and reduce it, okay, because there will be a common like divisor for all the terms, and so we get a reduced form. Same way we have to subtract the two given equations. Again there will be a common divisor of each term and reduce the equation. We get fourth equation. Solve third and fourth equation to get the values of the variable x and y or any variables used in the equation. So this is the seventh one. I hope you will have done this. Please check out whether your answer is right or wrong. If you have committed any mistake of sign, there may be wrong answer, but if it is correct, the answer would be matching with you. Okay. The next sum now. This is the question, and now you know how to do. We just number the equation. So here we go. So the equations are numbered. 49x minus 57y equal to 172 be equation first, and 57x minus 49y equal to 252 be equation number second. Now the next step, you know, let us add the equations. On adding the equation, so on adding the equations, we get 106x minus 106y is equal to 424, and as we have already studied, all these numbers 106, 106 and 424 will be divisible by 106. So next step, dividing each term by 106, we get 106 x upon 106 is x, minus 106 y upon 106 is equal to y, and 424 divided by 106 is 4. And next step is, as we added, now we subtract equation second from first. So I have written 49x minus 57x. So as it is minus, we have to change the sign. Small number, from small number a big number is subtracted. What we get? We get minus 8x, then minus 57y. Now this is negative 49y, it will become positive. Okay, so minus 57y plus 49y will give you minus 8y. And again, from small number 172 we subtract 252. What we get? We get minus 80. Now you know that all these terms are divisible by 8. So what we write? Dividing throughout, yeah, the dividing each term as we have written here, we have to add here the equations. So just like this, dividing each term by 8, we get, what do we get? If it is minus 8x upon 8, it is minus x. If it is minus 8y upon 8, it will be minus y. And minus 80 upon 8 will be minus 10. Okay, this is equation 4th, as you know. Now observe the third equation and the fourth equation. X minus y is 4, minus x minus y is minus 10. First term x and minus x are opposite term, and we know by adding these two equations, they will get cancelled. So we write equations. X minus y equal to 4 is the third equation, minus x minus y equal to minus 10 is the fourth equation. We are adding this equation. X and minus x being opposite term get cancelled. Negative y when they are added becomes negative 2y minus 2y. 4 plus minus 10 will give you minus 6. So we get value of y equal to minus 6 upon minus 2. Therefore y will be equal to 3. 2 3s are, a negative sign gets cut or cancelled. So value of y we got. Now you know what to do. Now substituting y equal to 3 in equation third or fourth, we get, what is the third equation? This is the third equation. We got y, we put y equal to 3. So it will be x minus 3 equal to 4. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 4 plus 3, that is 7. This is the other variable x. Therefore x equal to 7 and y equal to 3 is the solution of given simultaneous linear equations. Please write the full form, box the answer. This is the answer to the 8th question, a special type of linear equations into variables where x and y coefficients are interchanged. Very easy sum. I hope you'll have done this sum. Now we proceed to solve linear equations into variables by some other method. Sorry if this part was not visible, just see again. Here I think so this line was not visible and this line was not visible. So I have a little shifted the frame. You can now see this is the way we have to write the answer. Now let's go for the next method of solving the linear equations in two variables. So the method is called as the graphical method of solving simultaneous linear equations. Now students, you are familiar with the graph, the x and y axis and x and y coordinate system. Okay, now that knowledge which you have studied in 9th standard will be useful this year. If suppose there is an equation, okay, having two variable x is equal to y. What is the meaning of this? X equal to y means the equation becomes x minus y equal to 0. Is it a linear equation into variable? Yes. X minus y equal to 0. As I brought y to this side, it becomes x minus y equal to 0. That means this form. Now, what type of the graph of this equation will be? Now it is clearly seen that x equal to y is the original form of this equation. It means that if we draw the graph of this equation, it will be a line, and on that line if you take any point, the x coordinate as well as y coordinate of that point will be equal. That is the meaning of linear graph of the line. I am just drawing the graph, rough figure I am drawing, so you will come to know. This is vertical y axis, This is the horizontal x-axis. The point of intersection is called as origin. We denote it as 0, 0. We take numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. This is positive direction of x-axis. Negative number -1, -2, -3, -4. Negative direction of x-axis, x, x dash, y, y dash. This is the way we have to denote the axis. Positive direction of y-axis, from starting from 0, the next number will be 1, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4. Negative direction of y-axis, -1, -2, -3, -4. Now we have to draw the graph of this line x minus y equal to 0, which is originally x equal to y. X equal to y means the value of x and y both are equal. Now I am taking, if x is equal to 2, then y is also equal to 2. So what will be the point to be plotted? It will be x comma y, that is equal to 2 comma 2. And where this point will lie? It will be lying in the first quadrant. This is the first quadrant, and consecutively second, third, fourth quadrant. So in the first quadrant, the point will come here. Okay, this is the point. Which is the point? 2 comma 2. Now if x is equal to -1, y will also be equal to -1, because x and y are equal, or x minus y equal to 0. 2 minus 2 is 0, or -1 minus -1 is also 0, or x equal to y, that is x, if x is -1, y is also -1. So the point x comma y will be actually -1 comma -1. It will be lying in the third quadrant. -1 will be meeting here. So this is the point, which is -1 comma -1, -1 -1. If suppose x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 2, that we already did. X is equal to -2 and y is equal to -2. The point will be lying in the third quadrant again. It will be this point, -2 comma -2. Okay, like this, -2 comma -2. So if I will pass a line through all these points, it will be a line passing through the origin, and it will be a line which is making like 45-degree angle with the positive direction of x-axis. And we write here x equal to y, or also we can write, if you don't want to write this form, we can also write x minus y is equal to 0. So now student, do you understand what is the meaning of linear equation? These equations, this type of equations, are called as linear equations, because whenever we plot the graph of this equation, then the graph will always be a line. That is why such equations are called as linear equations in two variables. There are varieties of equations. I have just given you an idea of an equation, simple equation. There may be x equal to -y, there may be x is equal to 2y, there may be x is equal to 3y, like that, and varieties of equations can be formed. So again, there can be x is equal to -y. If it is x equal to -y, then that type of form will be x plus y equal to 0. If it is x is equal to 2y, then the general form will be x minus 2y. X minus 2y is equal to 0, like that. And we can draw graphs of all these equations. But remember, graphs of all such equations will be the lines. Either they will be lines passing through the origin, or they may be the lines intersecting the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so I have given you the idea of what is the meaning of linear equations in two variable. Now on 7th page of your textbook, you see a solved example. It says solve x plus y equal to 4 and 2x minus y equal to 2 by graphical method. So now these are two equations given together. That is why we would call this as a system of simultaneous linear equations. We are using graphical method to solve this. But as usual, as we have seen earlier in the first practice set 1.1, we were using different types of method. Now this is the graphical method, and that is why what we will do is we will first do some working. How to do the working? This is the way we should do the working. Now the first equation, for equation x plus y equal to 4, y equal to 4 minus x. How to get value of y from the equation? Shifting x to the other side, to the right hand side. So it will be 4 minus x. So y is equal to 4 minus x. Now to get the value of y, we need to have value of x. Okay, and so always remember these values of x you have to always take yourself. Okay, they will not give you. You have to take these values of x, and so consequently you will get the value of y. Now I have taken if x is equal to 1 in this equation, if x is equal to 1, then y is equal to 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. If x is equal to 2, say, so y will be equal to 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2. We can take negative value also of x. So if x is equal to minus 1, then y will be equal to 4 minus minus 1, which I have written here. So it is 4 plus 1, which is equal to 5. So in short, what I am getting, 3 values of x will give you 3 values of y. So I will make a table now. So table will be made having 3 rows and 4 columns. 3 rows and 4 columns. 3 rows and 4 columns. In the first row we write x, second row we will write y, and in the third row we will write both the values x and y together. So x is 1. When x is 1, y is 3. So the point to be plotted on the graph will be 1, 3. If x is equal to 2, y will be equal to 2. So the point to be plotted on the graph paper will be 2, 2. If x will be minus 1, we have taken, so y will be equal to 5, and the point will be minus 1, 5. Same way, we have to make a table for second equation, which is 2x minus y equal to 2. How to do it? So for the second equation is 2x minus y equal to 2. So if I bring 2 to this side, so it will be 2x minus 2 equal to y. Y I have carried to the other side. I have exchanged the sides of minus y and 2, okay, with respect to the equal to sign. So now take the value of x. As usual, we can assume any value. I have taken x1, x2, x3. So if x is 1, in this equation, if you put x equal to 1, so 2 ones are 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So y will be 0. If x is 2, then 2 into 2, because x is 2. So 2 into 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So y will be 2. If x is 3, so 2 into 3 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. So y will be equal to 4. So again, after getting values of x and corresponding values of y, we have to make a table containing 3 rows, 4 columns. So we have x, y, x, y, x and y, x, y. Which values of x we had taken? 1, 2 and 3. So which are the corresponding values of y we got? 0, 2 and 4. 0, 2 and 4. So which are the points to be plotted? 1, 0, 2, 2, 3, 4. Children, do you see any point in common in these two graphs? Yes, 2, 2. 2, 2 you see in both the graphs. That means this must be the solution of these equations. Sometimes we get coincidentally the same point in both the tables, and that will give you the indication that that is the solution of the two equations. Now actually, if suppose these 2 points are not matching, all the points are not matching, then we have to actually plot all these points on the graph, and then how to find out the solution. Let's see, I am just drawing, please keep in mind all these points, I am drawing the graph. So I have written the points aside for the equation x plus y equal to 4. These are the 3 points I got in the table. For other equation I got these points. This is the x-axis, the horizontal axis, and this is the y-axis, the vertical axis, y dash, x dash. The point of intersection is the origin. 0, 0 should be written. Okay, and now uniformly we have to mark at a distance of 1 centimeter. On the graph paper, you will be given the centimeter graph paper where uniform distances are given in the form of lines. So you can mark them. Here I am drawing freehand same distance, trying to do the same distance or mark the same distance. Okay, these are the negative numbers. In fact, x and y axis are the two number lines intersecting each other at right angle at 0. This is the positive y axis, number 1, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4. Negative number on the y axis, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Now the marking of the points. For the first equation, 1, 3, it will be lying in the first quadrant, 1 from the x-axis, always the first coordinate, x coordinate, also called as abscissa, should be seen on the x-axis, and the second coordinate, y coordinate, also called as ordinate, is seen on the y-axis. Both are positive, 1 positive on x-axis, 3 positive on y-axis. Both of them meet here. Okay, it is very easy for you to mark on the graph paper. This is the point 1, 3. Other point 2, 2, again lying in the first coordinate. 2 comma 2, it will be lying here. It will be in the first coordinate. Yeah, this is the point 2 comma 2. Then minus 1 5, minus 1 5 will lie in the fourth quadrant. Minus 1 here and 5. I have to extend this axis little bit. Yeah, so this is 5. Minus 1 comma 5 will be a point over here. Okay, now I have to pass a line passing through all of them. Okay, the line will be actually you have to see that all the points, okay, are aligned. And when you get a line, this is called as the graph of the line to x plus y equal to 4. So on the line I will write x plus y equal to 4. Now let us mark these points, other points. 1 0, 1 0 lies on the x-axis because y coordinate is 0, so the point will lie on the x-axis. This is the x-axis. 1 0 will be the point here. 2 comma 2 again here, same, which is already marked previously. 3 comma 4 in the first quadrant, 3 comma 4 in the first quadrant will be this point. Okay, so you can see that all the 3 points are marked. Now I have to draw a line passing through all these points. Okay, the line must be drawn in such a way that all the points will be aligned. Okay, this line is the graph of the equation 2x minus y is equal to 2. We see that both the lines meet here. Make the point darker, circle it, okay, and write the coordinate of that point 2 comma 2, which is the solution of the given simultaneous equation. So the working which I had shown you in the first frame should be written on the working page, and this type of graph should be drawn on the graph paper. And you know, at the right hand corner of the graph paper you should always write the scale. Okay, and how to write the scale, you know how to write. 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit on both the axes. Plural of axis is axes, axis. This is the scale you have to write. Due to the lack of the space I am writing this way, but there will be a proper space provided to you at the right top corner of your graph paper. Okay, this is the way we solve the simultaneous linear equations into variables by graphical method. So again, like on the working page, you have to write at the end, below the table, that from the graph it is clear that 2 comma 2, that is x equal to 2 and y equal to 2, is the solution of given simultaneous linear equations. This is what, never forget to write, specify that you have found the solution. So x equal to 2 and y equal to 2. First coordinate x, second coordinate y. X equal to y equal to 2 is the solution of the given simultaneous linear equations. Now, children, the exercise, the next practice set, that is practice set 1.2, is entirely based on the graphical method of solving the equation. There are 2 questions given. In the first question, you have to complete the table, and in the second question, you have to solve 6 simultaneous linear equations on graph. So I hope you will be doing this practice set 1.2 entirely at home. So practice set 1.2, I expect you will be doing question number 1, which is fill in the blank type of question, and question 2 contains 1 to 6 question, of which the 6th question is star marked. Okay, it may be a little bit difficult, but you must do these sums. Understand? The 6th question is a star marked question. Okay, just I am shifting the frame so that you can see. But I hope you will be able to do. I hope you have understood, how to do these sums by using the graph. You are actually using the graph paper and solving this sum. Okay, children. That's all for today. We have seen another method of solving simultaneous linear equations into variable. Further, there are other methods also which we are learning in the consequent lectures. Okay, for today, this is this much is fine, and we shall meet in the next lecture. Have a nice time. Good day. Goodbye. Take care.